What's up guys, welcome back for another YgoPro duel video. A new ancient gear monster, Link monster by the way, was revealed yesterday in Link Vrains Pack 3. So we are probably going to get this one in the TCG as well. It's definitely an okay one, but well, it's for ancient gears. The last time I think I played with ancient gears is like 2 years ago, if I remember correctly. But this new Link monster definitely is okay for the archetype. Fixes some problems, fixes some consistency with sadly only one terraforming. You know, you can, well, the consistency of searching Gear Town, one of the most important searches, well, enablers for the deck is definitely a problem, even, well, with one terraforming. But that's where the Link comes in. It needs 2 machine Earth monsters, by the way, so I'm looking towards like 1-card Link summons, and Urgent Schedule is of course a 1-card Link, but most of the time your opponent has the Ash Blossom on that, so yeah, then again, okay, that's one hand trap less, I guess, for the opponent. The Sky Striker engine definitely comes into play. Searches out your Hornet drones for the Earth Sky Striker eventually, and well, you need a normal summon of any Earth, preferably being Wyvern, your Stratos of the deck. And I'm not running the trap card, but well, it's okay, I guess. Could be something like a follow-up play, but this is Ancient Gears. You want to OTK your opponent if you're going second, and the thing is that with this new Link monster, you could go first. It's, well, again, it's quite okay. Well, it does need some investment to get on the field, unless of course it's Urgent Schedule, again implying you're going second. But upon special summon or upon Link summon, you can get, at least you searching one of your gear, you know, your ancient gear cards, your gear golem cards. Most of the time it will be your Gear Town, since its second effect lets you pop something on your side of the field. So that's good, immediately popping your Gear Town and getting the searches right. Searching Wyvern, searching the level 9, the Reactor for example, whatever, the thing you need. And in most situations, searching out Gearbox to search out another ancient gear monster, pretty much fueling your fusion plays. And by using the effect of the Link monster, you can target one monster from your opponent and put it at 0 attack. So again, this kind of reminds me of the Chronomelody OTK, like the Machu Mech OTK, and Power Bond being, you know, like one of your game winners, game stealers, and these kind of duels. I had a couple of those, but just, you know, add one here in the replay session. But it seems kind of pointless, right, to add in those. You know, like those turn 2 wins OTK, basically all the same combos, I guess, thanks to this new Link monster. So again, going second, and the deck still struggles, right? So okay, thanks to the Sky Striker engine, it's perfectly, it's good to you know, force out interruption from the opponent, but the deck is still like vulnerable to disruption. That's the problem I still have with this particular deck. Catapult has been going in and out, as in at least 2 or 3. In the beginning I was playing it at 3, but you know, I don't get why Konami gave it the restriction that you cannot use your catapult like when you control a monster. Well, I get why, okay, it might be a bit too powerful, but this restriction of you cannot use catapult, ancient gear catapult, if you control a monster, kinda nukes the card for me. So that's why Foolish Burial of Goods is also in the main deck. It's fantastic, immediately sending your catapult from your deck to the graveyard, banish it to pop something, potentially get a search off of Gear Town. So I definitely like that. Or your Fortress, by the way. So I definitely like Fortress, and that's something as you probably already have seen here in the main deck, is that I'm not running any spell and trap destruction, well, bar of course the Sky Striker Jamming Wave. But I might need to find some room for Twin Twister maybe in the main deck, or Cyclone, you know, one of the Cyclone, a Galaxy Cyclone or whatever. But since at this point, you know, going second, if your opponent has like multiple sets, well, then again, like Twin Twister and discarding something is not that easy as well for Ancient Gears, especially because it's so, can I say, combo oriented with your fusion plays. You need your materials, right? At some point I was running a limit removal as well in the main deck, but I eventually dropped it. Don't really like it that much. Even with limiter, sometimes I had like, it didn't have game even with the card. So just up to, you know, like main deck Dark Rule or no more over it. Nibiru has been going in and out as well, but the thing is with Nibiru, okay, you're stopping your opponent, but the token or this Nibiru itself is there, and that's a problem. I mean, it contradicts with, for example, the Sky Striker engine, so that's why Dark Rule or no more is in there. And even then, the opponent having options after Nibiru, still putting up something like Masquerina. So I was like, well, let's try out Dark Rule no more instead of Nibiru. But both are fine, I guess. So again, feel free to leave feedback about that. I like the Sky Striker engine, especially with the Foolish Burial of Goods, potentially getting the extra draw off of it, since this deck is not running any of the pots. Pot of Desires, preferably, I guess, in the main deck. But yeah, again, as I mentioned before, I'm not running it right. So yeah, Cosmo, that's cute, going for the big fusion that needs like 4 materials, but again, yeah, most importantly, it prevents your opponent from using monster effects during the battle phase, but here the small problem of that, yeah, you're basically wide open, right? So that's still the small downside, and okay, even though your fusion needed like 4 materials, it's easily destroyed off of the Dark Destroyer. So okay, your fortress does protect your ancient gear monsters, but only during the turn that they are summoned. So anyway, so schedule is cool, immediately that 1-card link, that's something that the deck needs more, those 1-card link summons to get out your ancient gear link and, you know, searching something, etc. So that it starts off your plays, and that's something that the deck still lacks. Especially more follow-up plays, that is. So another fusion summon, and this should be game. Yeah, indeed, this is indeed game. Putting 1 monster from the opponent to 0 attack, right? So another example against Heroes. Heroes is a terrible matchup next to Thunders as well. It prevents the searches in case of Thunder Dragon Colossus, and in case of Dark Law, I mean, that's a huge deal. The monsters getting banished, right? Foolish Burial of Goods being a dead card. And yeah, Dark Law, of course, of banishing something from my hand as soon as I search. So Dark Law / yeah, Heroes is definitely a hard matchup. But again, the Edge Blossom, I think like the 3rd or 4th time here in the replays, like every duel, basically every duel, the urgent schedule, or at least the first urgent schedule got nuked, right? So impermanence doesn't really matter. It probably would have been destroyed by Reactor Dragon, and I'm falling short. And yeah, what can I do? Hero lives top deck with the, you know, the Malicious Bane as well. We knew the Malicious Bane was coming, and maybe I should have gone for another fusion, you know, as a potential follow-up play, but again, in the long run, didn't really matter too much because of the double pop here, and of course the Honesty Neos, indeed. Yeah, whatever, right? What can I do? So last example, I think, going up against Orcust, and I like Orcust especially with the new Union link as well. Taking in that sneaky, I'm not really sure, but it's going to be disgusting combo or addition to basically any dark deck, for example. You know, like going for the new Union link and then attach the ABC Whelp, you know, like Destruction Sword to one of your dark monsters is just a pain in the ass. So anyway, the fusion cards, potentially suicide, but the 4 back rows is definitely something I heavily dislike. Reactor Dragon getting some, you know, like beat sticks in. But yeah, again, the problem here is that, what can I do? Okay, I can go for the rank 9 Exceed play, but, you know, there's like an impermanent set, as we know here already from the replay, and that's just going to stop the choking of all calamities, right? So that's, again, the problem. And the Power Bond, dead in the hand. That's the risk, even though Power Bond is your big to go to fusion. Overload fusion might be a one-off, but the times I saw Overload fusion, it was always in the opening hand being dead. So that's just my experience with the card. But the deck definitely needs tweaks. I'm not a huge fan of the gadget lineup, especially because of, you know, your ancient gear link needing earth and yeah, machine duplication and gadget. I don't really like it that much. But other options, Nibiru as well, maybe Call by the Grave, or like a field spell engine for set rotation, since the deck needs more searches for your gear town, or basically like 1-card link summons. That's the thing. So free earth on your side of the field for the link summon is definitely important. But okay, this new link monster is good for ancient gears, but I mean, the deck is not really tier 1. It still lacks like good cards, good powerful searches, and yeah, some consistency issues as well. So again, like always, feel free to, you know, like leave feedback. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.